Hidden away in a cupboard or corner of a common household garage, one may find a container of fertiliser, a product used by the keen gardener to rejuvenate pot plants in garden beds in spring, or a subtle reminder of an ambitious attempt to start a veggie garden several seasons past. Chemically, fertiliser is a mixture of nitrates, phosphates and other minerals essential to a plant's growth. And from the gardener's perspective, has everything needed to propagate a bountiful crop of tomatoes. What isn't brought to the gardener's attention, however, is that an exponentially expanding world population is rapidly consuming some of the essential nutrients found in fertilisers. Phosphate is one of the most important resources in society today. It's used in food, agriculture, detergents and medicine. Essentially, we need phosphate to survive. We use close to 22 million tonnes of phosphate annually, none of which is reclaimed, and most typically becomes runoff, damaging fragile ecosystems. In the next 30 to 40 years, phosphate supplies will no longer meet our world's ever-growing demand, yet most people know close to nothing about the issue. So I decided to talk to some of my friends and family and find out what they know about phosphate and whether it could be possible to create change in our community. What do you think is our biggest environmental threat in the next 100 years?
It's global warming.
Obvious answer is climate change.
I'd say global warming.
Do you know what phosphate is?
Like in terms of on the periodic table? Or like, you know.
Like what do you use phosphate for, really?
I know it's a salt.
All I know about phosphate is it's used for fertilising, but no, I don't know why it's important.
Do you know why phosphate's important?
I did something on it in like grade 9, but I don't remember. Something to do with the rivers.
Don't know what phosphate is specifically. Know it's important for farming.
Farming, so...
Fertiliser?
Yeah, it's in fertiliser. So you know what fertiliser is?
Stuff that helps make plants go.
Like for gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what fertiliser is.
Yeah.
Phosphate's in fertiliser.
Oh.
That's like pretty much what fertiliser
So
is.
it like grows stuff.
Okay, do you support recycling wastewater?
Yes.
Yes. So like if I gave you a glass of recycled water, you'd drink it fine, you wouldn't care.
Yeah, because I know the processes work.
Like I wouldn't drink it like straight from the river.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would.
So at the moment, phosphate isn't being reclaimed. We just let it go into runoff and that causes environmental damages and, well, basically we're running out of phosphate. So if I told you that in the next 50 years we are running out of phosphate, do you believe we should be doing something to change that?
I'd like to watch an educational video about it first. But
It's super important, but who knows, in 50 years we could have different methods and not need it at all.
From the sounds of what you're saying, I think we should. Yeah, if we're going to run out of it and we need it for fertilising, which, you know, you need food, so yeah.
Phosphate will eventually run out, and with no sustainable system in place, it will seriously damage our agricultural and industrial industries. The reason little is known is because phosphate reclamation is not a day-to-day issue people face, and therefore people remain unaware. Since this information is not readily available, people will focus on other issues they do have an understanding of, and remain passive but unconvinced on issues such as phosphate depletion. This is not just people being lazy. It's in our mental framework to create these shortcuts when processing the huge amount of information we receive daily. But that doesn't mean they can't be changed. Through the campaign I am running on change.org, I hope to have the ability to change the way people think and hopefully potentially change the way we use phosphate in the future.